Hi guys, it's Star Diamond Coach Amanda Noddings, founder of Driven Fitness, and today I am going to do an honest evaluation of this product, Eat Cleaner. It's a seafood and poultry wash, although the one I'm going to do is the fruit and vegetable wash. And the reason is because all of us, we try and eat healthy, but I also try and live on a budget, which means I'm buying the best ingredients I can, organic if I can afford them. But there's nothing worse than buying a fridge full of beautiful, fresh produce and having it go bad before you can use it. Now, granted, that doesn't happen to me as often as it used to because I eat better more often now. So I go through my produce a lot quicker. However, there are some things that I buy that I don't eat very often that my kids eat and I like to have in the fridge. And I also like them to last longer. So strawberries, for instance, are pretty pricey. And if they go bad in 2 or 3 days, you feel like you have to eat them. But I have a 1.5-year-old, and if he eats strawberries for 2 or 3 days straight, I regret it. So today I'm just going to do the first part of this video, and then I'm going to finish it up, and I'll merge the two, which is probably the finished product you're seeing now. But anyway, this is an organic cleaner. I heard about it from Chalene Johnson's show, her podcast I love to listen to. And she interviewed the founder of this company. And it's called Grow Green Industries. And everything in this is organic. And the idea is that all the pesticides and things on your produce when you buy it, you're ingesting those. And when you wash in your sink with just water or whatever you do, which is usually what I used to do, your produce isn't really getting clean. And all of those things are going into your family's bodies and your body. And if you're trying to live a healthier life and you're eating all this produce, but it's covered in waxes and pesticides and chemicals, you're kind of negating, in my opinion, this good work you're doing. So what I'm going to do today is spray these down. The instructions on this say to spray it in a bowl or a strainer or whatever, and let it soak for about 2 minutes, and then you're going to rinse it and agitate it a little to loosen up whatever dirt this is cleaned off. It's a combination of all ingredients you could probably make yourself. Purified water is the first ingredient, citric acids, sea salts. So I hope this works. It was a little expensive, but if it works well, it's worth it to me. And there's also a seafood and poultry wash, which I'm excited to use because God knows what's on the outside of those meats you buy. And I really tend to buy less organic meat because, frankly, I can't afford it. So I already know it has enough bad stuff in it. I'd like to get what I can off the outside. So what I'm going to do is I picked some of my favorite foods here, you can see, that I think have a tendency to go bad before we eat them. Excuse the lean, but so I have asparagus here. I really find that the tips get all mushy and soiled. Granted, I don't buy a ton of this at once, but it would be nice if it would last longer so that if I bought it on my Sunday grocery trip, I could still use it on Thursday instead of having to use it within 2 days. I have broccoli here. Same thing. Also, I never really feel like it gets very clean. And when the water gets on it and beads up, I feel like that means that it probably has some waxy coating on it. My biggest complaints of going bad too quickly are grapes, which my kids love, and strawberries. I hate spending money on these and finding out they go bad before you can eat them. So what I've done is I've separated. I'm a sciencey, working in the medical field and having a science background. I like to know the facts and the proof. So I have 2 of everything, and I'm going to leave one set plain, and I'm going to wash the other with this, and then I'm going to put it in the fridge and let it sit. And I want to see the lifespan of these 2 things next to each other and how I hope this isn't uncomfortable for you to watch with me sideways, but I want to see it. So I'm going to take 4 of these strawberries, and I'm going to leave 4 out. And I'm going to take half this bunch of asparagus, and I'm just going to put this all in the strainer together. And I'm going to take 1 bundle of the broccoli, and I'm going to take 1 bunch of the grapes. So this will be my control group. They all came from the same bag, purchased the same day, so they all should look equally fresh or unfresh on the same date. And so I am going to spray this stuff down here. And actually, I'll just do it right in front of you. Normally, I would do this over the sink, but I'd like you to be able to see. So I'm going to put the bowl here. Actually, let's slide this over. And I'm going to just spray. And you can get this on your hands because it's ingestible and it's household ingredients. So I'm not worried about getting it on my hands and having an adverse reaction, or my kids touching it, which is really reassuring and important to me. So I'm just going to spray everything that's in here with this bunch of grapes. And then these strawberries, which is really where can't wait to see what this does. Just, gosh, strawberries, especially organic ones that don't have as much stuff on the outside to protect them, seem to go bad in like 2 days for me. And that drives me nuts to spend good money for my family, for healthy groceries, and then have it go bad. All right, so everything's in here. And it says 2 minutes, then rinse it gently, and then put it away. So I will get back to you with the results of this and show you the control versus this in the second part of this video, which should be following shortly. And then I hope to see if purchasing something like this is worth it for me. You can decide if it's worth it for your family and if it really works. If it prolongs the life of my groceries and it keeps my family healthy, I'd say it's worth it. See you in a few seconds. Hi guys, it's Amanda. I'm back with the results. It's been 10 days since I washed and put this stuff in the fridge. My poor family, the science experiment they've had to endure, and it's taken up a shelf in the fridge. Then I didn't want anyone to touch them. I didn't want anything touching the sides of them. So they've put up with all of this. It's time to get it out of my fridge and show you the results of this Eat Cleaner wash on this produce. So I have pictures that I'll attach. If you want to see the straight photos, you can go to my blog at blog.amandanoddings.com. I'll put the link in the notes of this video. But here's what we have. I'm going to show you, I think, each of these one at a time together. So if you can see, this is the washed with Eat Cleaner one. And here's the asparagus, still across, kind of still has some length and strength to it. And in the regular stored one, look how limp it is hanging over the side. Striking, isn't it? So I found that really interesting. Another thing I want to point out, so let's move the asparagus out of the way because you can see none of these tips have that mildewy quality. And some of these have developed little white limp growth underneath all the little tips, which probably is mildew. Next, let's look at the broccoli. So here's the broccoli that was cleaned with the Eat Cleaner. It is, after all this time, a little bit mushy, maybe not like fresh crisp, but it is definitely still got some life to it, which I find fascinating. And then here's the Eat Cleaner one, or the one that wasn't cleaned. So you can see the difference here. Which one would you rather eat, right? And I just find that striking. So we'll take pictures of these to go next to it. And then, okay, the grapes look almost the same here. But, you know, the other grapes are usually coated in so much stuff, I think that helped their lifespan. So these ones are Eat Cleaner, these ones are plain. What I will say about is the stems are firmer on this one, whereas they're limp like the asparagus on this one. You can see how they're kind of droopy at the top. And the other thing I will say is that these grapes were literally crusted to the strawberries with white mildew. So these strawberries, they were not attached. They were cleaned with the Eat Cleaner, and they seem to have a life of their own still. And I can show you. Here's one strawberry that was cleaned with Eat Cleaner. And, oh my gosh, this is gross. Here's one without. Which one do you want to eat? The color's better in this one, and there's no mildew on it. The crunchy stem, this is really mushy. Just, I don't know if you can see, but there's fingerprints just from where I'm picking it up because it's so soft. This one I can push on with my finger and it's like firm still, which is pretty incredible. So those are the results. So I guess I would have to say my review of this product. Now, I don't know if it's better than other fruit and vegetable washes on the market. I'm not reviewing them. I'm just trying this one because this is the one I wanted to try because it is pesticide-free, contaminant-free, all organic, natural ingredients, citric acid, things like that that you can find in your kitchen if you had that stuff. But I don't have time to make my own fruit and veggie wash, and I also don't know the ratios. I'm not a scientist. I'm just a mom who's busy and wants to do the best I can for my family, and so this is my review. If I had to pick, I'm gonna continue to buy the Eat Cleaner and use it. And in fact, I already started. I have this fruit bowl here, and I got these delicious organic Fuji apples, and I washed them all with Eat Cleaner and loaded up this bowl and put them there so my family can walk by and pick a healthy snack. They're all clean already. The other thing I will say is that I bought the wipes in this brand also in the package that I got. The starter kit has little moist towelette naps. And I bought those, and they are good for cleaning hands and fruit. And I can't tell you, I've kept a couple in my purse. They're just little packages. Actually, I can show you one. They look like this, right? Little packets. I put them in my purse and in my diaper bag. They have come in handy like 10 times this week. We were at the grocery store. My son was freaking out. He wanted to eat an apple when we were buying these, and I just whipped one out and washed it and gave it to him. I use it at work in my work lunches. If I have a piece of fruit, I can just wipe it off and clean it up. It's been amazing. So I recommend getting those too if you can afford to. To me, it's going to pay for itself just in the stuff we're eliminating from our diet. So there you have it. This was a long experiment just for a YouTube video, but I hope you found it useful. If you need nutrition support, tips, anything else I can provide for you, please email me, amandanoddings@me.com. Hit up my Facebook page at FitMomAmanda on Instagram or Facebook, and I'll get you started, get you rolling with a fitness program, help you with nutrition tips like this, and get you started on your fitness journey, help you achieve your goals. Thanks for watching, guys. Love ya.